Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from Destro Reborn.
A lot of them, especially my age, they know here in Panama that they can date very, very young here. The women here, the Panamanian women here will definitely entertain an American man at whatever age. You can be 90 and walking down the street with a beautiful Panamanian woman.
That's the power of being a man and going around the world, especially from the United States. You're seen as a different type of class of man.
So trying to find an American guy here,
Good luck.
I wouldn't say it's impossible, but unless you get them after they're exhausted from everybody else here in Panama.
Yes, an American woman can only get a passport bro after he has been sexually exhausted. You know that feeling where your libido has been fully drained and you have no more nuts to give. A dark, quiet place. At this point, sex no longer clouds the bandwidth of a man's mind, so he can actually focus on the betterment of mankind. I don't know, cure cancer, solve a theoretical paradox, or build with his bare hands something the world didn't know it needed. Or he can do something stupid in this state of nirvana, like get into a relationship with a 55-year-old American woman in Panama. It's clear that some men should never experience that level of mental acuity that sexual exhaustion brings. But here's the hard truth. There is no dating market for American women when they leave the States.
They really
Now
isn't.
look, we see many women online.
Like, they might be able to, but rarely would they be able to land a foreign man.
Trying to gaslight us into believing that they can share the same success men do when they date abroad. That men in Latin America, Africa, and Asian countries are looking for independent, I don't cook or clean, 40 to 50-year-old, high body count women to settle down with.
Remember, they're also overweight too, Lord Destro.
And also, these men are gonna buy them the 4-bedroom house, car, and give them a 6-figure allowance. All of this is hogwash. But this lady is gonna give us a glimpse of what it's like dating abroad for a modern woman. Let's hear her out.
Flashback.
Hey, today we're going to talk about dating in Panama at 55. What that looks like. So when I first moved to Panama, I met this Panamanian guy. So he was nice, very charming, and we had a very nice time. Communication wasn't that great because he didn't speak very much English, so we Google translated a lot, and that was fine. So I noticed that he always wanted to come to my house. He came to my house, he ate my food, he he just didn't have very much money to replenish some of the things that he was depleting. So that became an issue for me.
So you went out and still found a Tukey Chadrone type. Gotcha.
I had to think really long and hard on it because we were having.
But then again, you being an American woman, it's the same thing, right? Women use men for money. Men use women for money when it's the opposite around when, passport sisters are traveling.
A very good time together. The chemistry was good. He did cook, but he cooked my food. So instead of my budget for me, it was now a budget for 2 people. And that just became to be a bit much.
Watching modern women try to wield the vibranium blue book is like watching an 110-pound yoga girl operate a jackhammer. Nature has...
I mean, that's the thing. Men understood when we're going out to other countries, we're probably going to spend some money. But we also saved a lot of money and planned for that. Where women, they just still expect men in other countries to pay for them. So,
denied her the strength and mental fortitude to wield such a weapon of mass destruction. For this is where the ideology of hypergamy becomes the gift and the curse. Her Achilles heel, so to speak. Because there's nothing women hate more than paying for a man. Like the stomach cramps of her menstrual cycle, it's in her DNA. And this, my friends, is why so many will fail at dating abroad. See, if you had a condo in Panama, the last thing you would be crying about is an 8.5 that loves to come over and and cook the food you bought at the supermarket. And if you are the type to cry about that, well, the G.I. Joe Simpin Anonymous meeting is down the hall. But anyway, here she is trying to date in a third world country. And even
Damn,
though
them
she has
G.I.
found a
Joes.
guy that she vibes with, she chooses to worry about the fact that he eats up her groceries. I thought women said they like when you eat their groceries. Some of y'all won't get that, don't worry.
So
They said they like it when you eat it like groceries, Lord Destro, not groceries itself.
I was having a rough patch one day, and he was asking me what was wrong, and I think he wanted to do something. So I was trying to explain to him that, I wasn't feeling very well today, and I just wanted to be alone, and, if he could go and do something by himself or go home or, whatever he wanted to do.
Yeah, she basically punked him. She told him to kick rocks because she doesn't feel like dealing with him today. Now, I don't necessarily see a problem with that, but my issue is, would she be okay with the same treatment? Let's say, for instance, you were dating her, and she came over your house to hang out with you. She didn't do anything wrong, but her presence on that day just somehow annoyed you. Would she be cool with you telling her to bounce because you don't feel like dealing with her today? With no explanation, by the way. I don't know, man, but hey.
And he got really upset about that. And he went home, but he went home with an attitude. And it just kind of, it put off a light in my head to where it's like, you know what? He wants to do what he wants to do, but he just doesn't understand probably what I'm talking about so that we can connect emotionally. So that started the downfall of this relationship because I realized very quickly that I was not going to be supported, comforted, or financially
what made
stable
you think
with
that?
this person.
You're going to a country that is poorer than the country you came from, and you have a good amount of money.
So I decided to end the relationship, and he became very, verbally abusive when, I decided to end that relationship.
So she says the quiet part out loud. The real problem was that she was financing him. This fact was eating away at her. She was basically his sugar mommy, and that just didn't sit well with her. But let's put this in perspective. I don't think she's a quote-unquote...
That's most passport sisters are going to be sugar mamas. You really expect the men out there to be able to earn enough money to give you the lifestyle you have and are used to from the United States?
Single woman by choice, so to speak. If I'm not mistaken, she's actually a widower. And also, I honestly think she looks very good for a 55-year-old woman, because we know most 55-year-old women have that lunch lady, court bailiff aesthetic at that tender age.
True.
Or if she's on that Ozempic, it's that Bethany Frankel, Anna Navarro, Skeletor type look. It's clear that men in their 50s, 60s, and even 70s are out in foreign countries living the Viva Loca. Really, what do you think the success rate will be for the average 55-year-old woman abroad?
So, dating Panamanians now. My requirement now would be that you definitely have to speak English. I am learning Spanish, but how can I date somebody that does not speak English or understand English?
Then how can they date you if you don't understand Spanish? It's like the entitlement if she only sees everything from her side.
So that would be something that I would be looking for now. And before, I really didn't think that it would be a huge issue, but it's definitely a huge connection issue for me. So that would be my criteria.
Shocker. You can't communicate with each other? Yeah, of course it's going to be a problem.
Now moving forward. And that they would need to have a job. I am retired, so I'm here all day. I do have a routine that I do every day, and I don't like to deviate from it. Moving forward, I definitely know that.
So why do you need a man? You don't like to deviate from your thing. You have a fixed income. You're on vacation, or like you're retired. Just live your life.
That is what I would be looking for in a Panamanian mate.
Yeah, so now we leave America to go to a third world country and push more unreasonable expectations that didn't work here on them. Yes, we're talking about Panama, a country, by the way, that has some of the most attractive women available.
True.
Imagine going to another country and requiring the men there to learn your language to date you. What a cocktail of arrogance and entitlement. Right? But look, I have no doubt that most passport sisters will find the 6'6" NBA MVP, Nobel Peace Prize, conservative, feminist, Democrat, UFC fighter, ex-porn star that's in touch with his emotions. Because remember, they're all 10s.
I believe whatever I come up with in my head, because why would I lie to me?
Dating
Called
expats
delusion.
here in town, after the Panamanian, I just kind of felt like, okay, this will be cool. I'll date somebody who understands me, an American. We speak English. We understand each other. No, ma'am. That wasn't the case either. Financially, he was able to take care of himself, and take care of me. I wouldn't say that he wasn't able to take care of me. He was able to do that.
So he's wealthy.
Territorial with, this is what I want you to do. This is what I don't want you to do.
This is what wealthy men have always done. Dictate what they want and set boundaries and standards.
Had so many rules and all this other stuff. So
Just like you did.
that didn't work out either. I mean, I'm a free spirit.
Translation. He had standards and boundaries, and I don't know how to be submissive to a man. Yes, he spoke English and had enough money to take care of me, but I don't feel comfortable listening or taking orders from a man.
A lot of them, especially my age, they know here in Panama that they can date very, very young here. The women here, the Panamanian women here, will definitely entertain an American man at whatever age. You can be 90 and walking down the street with a beautiful Panamanian woman.
So obviously you can't compete.
So trying to find an American guy here, I wouldn't say it's impossible, but unless you get them after they're exhausted from everybody else here in Panama, I don't see that as being a potential situation.
And there you have it, my friends. Mother Nature will always bow down to Father Time. The American
Damn
woman
right.
only has options in America. Passport sister is practically worthless once she leaves the U.S. border. Once men understand that the world is their oyster, hopefully many of us will stop being so thirsty for run-down, low-quality coochie. Maybe a few more brothers like Shannon Sharp or Trevor Bowles have to fall before men will start to exercise their blue book options. But hey, that sounds like a discussion for another video. But wait a minute. You didn't smash the bell and press the like button. Blasphemy.
Well, I always say it. Women want to emulate men. They want to be men so badly. When they see men being able to thrive and do things, they want to do the exact same thing. When they see passport bros going out there being able to find good mates and, live a good life, an easier life, and a more comfortable life, they want that. But they don't realize that they're not men. They can't do the same thing. They can't pull the same kind of influence, nor are the women over there or the men over there are accommodating to you. Like, that's the whole point of going to another country, is to be more accommodating to their culture and experience their life. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. Really appreciate that.